Hey my friends, my name is Lily and today I want to give you a short update on my mother's vegetables garden. Stay tuned. So here I have planted some artichokes just yesterday and actually they are looking a little bit like they need some water. Okay, so here in the middle we don't have anything yet, so we're going to plant some tomatoes and other plants. And at the side here we have planted some onions. This was only 1 month ago, so they have grown pretty good. And this is a different variety than these ones here. Let's take a look at this side of the field. So here at the beginning we had some onions left, so I planted them here. This is some lettuce, and actually some of the lettuce died because some kind of mouse was eating them, and here a snail has eaten the lettuce, so this one is not looking so great. So actually we are losing a lot of plants because of the mouse. Here at the side we have some leek, which is looking good, and in between we have some onions as well. We are trying to plant them together and see if it's a good companionship or not. The next row here is peas and corn. Let's see what the variety is here. So these are the peas, and the corn is sweet corn, sugar corn. This is the corn here. And the peas, yeah, the peas are already bigger. So now we have put the sticks into the ground so that the peas can grow up the sticks. And later, when the corn is big enough, the peas can hold on to the corn. And this here is our potato field. Yeah, I've planted them about 1 month ago, and this is how much they have grown. It's amazing. They are really high and they are still in very good condition. They have some holes here and there, and we have seen some snails on them. Here. Julie, what are you doing here? Huh? Did you escape from home? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, sit. And you might have noticed that along the edges of this small field I have sown a flower, and this flower is called Phacelia. And Phacelia is actually known to be a deterrent against the potato beetle, and at least I have read this in a gardening book, and this is the first time that I'm trying this out. So Phacelia looks like this. It's going to be a purple flower, and yeah, we will see if this is true or not. So this is my test field, and then later in the year we will find out if this flower really helps against the potato beetle or not. And yeah, that's pretty interesting, and I can't wait to find out if this is really true. Alright, so here at the sides we have 2 rows of raspberries, and I really love my raspberries. I eat so many of them, it's unbelievable. So here are 2 rows, and this, by the way, is a blackberry. Yeah, the vine grapes are doing great as well. So as you can see, the leaves have come out, and we also can see a little bit of a early fruit here and there. So the vine is going to be pretty plentiful this year. The other field looks great as well. So here you can see that the onions have gotten really big. They are almost ready to harvest. This one here, look at this one, or this one at the back. And my mother also planted an additional row of lettuce. And here the peas are coming out as well. And these are sugar peas. And I also have sown some corn. This here is popcorn. And I've sown it here in this row, and also in between the peas. Here, Julie. So actually the corn plants are still very small, and I might have to use some sticks here as well to give the peas some aid for climbing. And yeah, this is one row of mangold that I have sown, and they are still small. And finally, there were only I have sown 2 rows, and at this row here there were only 5 plants of mangold. So I have taken the plants from here and I've inserted them into the second row. So this row is free now, and I will plant something different here. This is some arugula. It's a very bitter lettuce, and this is lettuce as well. This is a variety that I have never planted before, and it looks really interesting. So I can't wait until this gets bigger, and then we will taste it. So this lettuce is called Jedikule Kinsey. And here at the side I have sown carrots. They are coming out now, and this is still free, so I have to plant something different here. Then here we have another row of onions. It's shallots, it's not onions. At the back side here we have more onions. Here we have more lettuce, different kinds, and also in between we have some radish. Look at this one. I have to eat it. It's already getting too old. And here we have some cabbage, which partly gets eaten by some snails, and also we lost some because of the mice here. That's a real problem. At this side, my mom has extended the field and she has sown some flowers for the bees. So that's pretty cool how she did it. Yeah, and down here we have some lettuce again, more onions, and I've planted even more onions yesterday because we had so many. And at the back side I have planted some beans, and I had some carrots left, which I have planted here. And in these buckets we have some potatoes. So this is a special technique for potatoes. First you fill up the bucket up to here with soil, and then you take some potatoes and you plant them, and when they grow big enough you will add more soil and more potatoes, and then you can grow potatoes in 2 or 3 levels, which gives you a much higher yield. Now let's take a look into the greenhouse. This is lemon balm, by the way. And yeah, in here we have some old lettuce plants, and then at the right side I have sown some green cabbage and some kind of cucumber. And this is a pretty interesting cucumber because it's making a natural sponge, and I really like that because this one is completely biodegradable, and then you can use it for washing and throw it away without having a bad consciousness about the environment. And yeah, in here we have some tomato plants and pumpkins, and now it's really time to plant the tomatoes inside of the greenhouse and the pumpkins outside. And yeah, there's still a lot of work to do. This plant is something that we call Liebstöckel, and we use it for the soup. It's really healthy. And here are 3 more pumpkins or squash. So yeah, there's still a lot of work to do, and now I'm going to plant the tomatoes outside and inside of the greenhouse. corn shavings. Full of nitrogen. It's a great natural fertilizer for tomatoes. Now it's time to plant the tomatoes in the greenhouse. My mom said that she wants to have these, so yeah, if she wants it, then she gets it. Finally, I have planted the tomatoes in the greenhouse, and at this side I've planted one pepper, and I think it's going to be a yellow one, so